with Remy and LaPointe back on D. Shot just wide. Orioles kind of pinned in here, trying to break it out. Well, looks like there's going to be a penalty here on Mount Westonka for a trip on Crawley. There's the whistle. So it'll be a face-off in the offensive zone here. Power play unit coming out. Oh, Mound is going to clear the zone. Nice back check there by Rory. Turns the puck over. Benny carries it out. Nate stepping in from the point. And puck's cleared again with Griffin hustling after it. Sets up shot behind the net. Swings it up the wall to Nate. Pass doesn't connect to Fallness and goes back in. Holding up to Western. Western makes a nice move, comes down the sidewall up to Eddie. Eddie gets stripped of the puck there and comes back to neutral ice. Griffin down low, trying to set something up here. Looks like Schiraldi, Thompson are out there now. Eli as well, keeping an eye on things in the corner. Thompson battling along the wall. Comes free with it. Got a second, nice pass out front. Can't quite get much on it. Thompson to the middle. Eli trying to find the handle. Goes to the corner. Some nice pressure here by the Orioles. It looks like Mounds going to break it out now and bring it down. Orioles need to change. All right, defensive zone face-off here. Got Graham in on the draw. Lewis applying some pressure. Jakey steps in to try to cut it off. Westonka gains the zone here. Nice play by Graham to pop the puck loose from the defender. Looks like there's going to be another penalty on Mount Westonka here. Not sure what the call was there. I didn't catch it. Maybe a rough. Everett gets it down deep. He'll go to work on that, chase it. Nice shot there by, I think that was Jakey right on net. Good save. Another shot, just misses. See if the Orioles can get it back out here and make another rush on the power play. Got Everett, Rory, and Benny up front. On net, save by the netminder. The Orioles are getting some fresh legs out there. Looks like we have Eddie, Eric, and Eli, the killer E's coming out up front with Nate and Remy back on D. Face-off win by Eddie. Eric along the sidewall, trying to cut to the middle, loses it. Take another face-off.
A B1 and a B2.
Oh, just can't quite keep it in.
That's all good.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch anything, Jeff.
All right. Killer Eli is trying to apply some pressure here. Eli with it in the corner. Out to Eddie. Oh, Eddie's shot just deflected. Eli has it behind the net. Go work in the corner there. Eric gets pinned along the wall. Tries to find a pass. Slings it around weak side. Benson should pick that up. Goes D to D. Over to Remy. Remy moves in. Good shot on net. Nobody there for the rebound. Back out to Remy. Back down low. Still loose. Oh, quick whistle, unfortunately. Puck was still loose, but the ref blew it dead. And 3 seconds left on the power play. All right. Orioles get a line change out here. We got Bram, Lewis, and Elliott out there up front. Griffin and Caden back on D. Nice face-off win by Bram. D to D. Griff puts it on net. Nice deflection by Mound. Oh, ends out front. Back again. Didn't get as much of that as he wanted. And Mount Westonka is going to come the other way with it. Offsides. Nice call by the ref there. He was right on the line to make that call. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here. Westonka shovels it in on net. Corey elects just to freeze that and take the face-off to his left. Another nice face-off win by Brown. Although Mount Westonka gets in there. Orioles trying to clear here. Shot from the point on net. Corey with a nice save. So again, elects to cover that, take the face off. Orioles get some fresh bodies out there. Looks like we have Everett, Benny, and Rory coming out up front. Got Remy and Jakey back there on the D. Rory digs in, takes the draw, plays it to the wall. Remy battles for it. Another save. Another save by Corey. Take the whistle again. All right. Orioles are a little pinned in the zone here. See if they can get one out of the zone here. Rory on the draw, wins it back. Nicely done by Rory or Remy to come through and pick it up. Might be an ice, not sure. No, waving. Icing is waved off. Orioles do a nice job of keeping it in. Benny taking it wide. Good escape, moving the corner, trying to find the point. Jakey loses the handle, gets it back down deep. Everett pursuing the puck. In the corner. And comes back this way for Mount Westonka. Hanging around in neutral zone right now. Neither team can quite get a handle on it. Jakey and Rory along the wall here. Rory comes away with it, gains the zone. And Mount Westonka comes back. Mount Westonka gains the zone, takes it wide, driving to the net. Here comes Eli Bruce. Plays it up the wall. Eric pursuing it in the corner here. Orioles got a line change. Killereeser back out there. Puck pops free to Mound, and they're going to bring it the other way here. Gain the zone. Oh, nice move there. Oh! Gets the pass Corey for a 1-0 lead for Mound here. 6 minutes remaining in the first period. There, up front, we got Caden and Jakey back on D. And Lewis smartly plays it off the wall, plays it off the glass, gets it to center ice. Takes his own, takes it wide. Byhowski forces into the corner. Elliott throws it to the D, gets by, and they're going to have to go all the way down and regroup. Lewis doing a nice job along the wall there. Oh, just barely offsides there. But another good call. The ref was right on that one, and Cork will get some fresh bodies out there. Elliott, Rory, Benny up front. Hogan and Remy on D. Trying to find a handle on the puck off the face-off here. Everett gets it in deep, pursues it. Comes up the wall, Benny pinches him off. Remy puts a shot on net, just gets deflected wide into the near corner. Side wall, Rory finds the handle, now gets stripped of it. Hanging around near the blue line, Remy does a nice job of keeping it in. We can quite seem to find a handle on it, now it's out of the zone. Remy gets it back in deep. Rory picks it off there, almost finds a scoring chance. Now goes high with it out to the D. Just wide by Hogan. I think that was a smart choice. His angle to the net, his lane to the net was blocked. Rory picks it off with a nice stick there. See if he can get something on net here. Good shot, good save. Everett in there banging on the rebound. Can't quite get it. I think that's a high stick by Griff. And it is. We'll whistle that dead and face off all the way down. Good hand-eye coordination there by Griff. Just a little high, unfortunately. And Eddie comes in for the face-off. Another win for Eddie. But unfortunately, Mound found the puck and got a shot on net there. Gets it out to the neutral zone. And back down deep, no ice on that, so the Orioles are going to have to break it out and go 200 feet with it here. Nate gets tripped up, puck to the corner. Out to the D. Eli finds it, tries to headman it to Eddie. Just jumps off his stick a little bit. And now it's ping-ponging around the neutral zone again. Eli sends it in deep, far corner. Eric will be the first one there. Nice hit. Eric skates through it. Tries to get the puck over to Eli, but a nice play by Mound. Gets it to neutral ice quickly before Nate intercepts it. Back in the zone. Oh, Nate avoids the check from Mound nicely, but runs into the referee. Oh, Eli intercepts the neutral ice. Eddie with a nice move. Feeds Eric. Oh, and Eric can't quite finish it. Great play by Eddie there to feed a wide open Eric in the slot. All started with Eli picking that puck off on a centering pass. And an icing on Mound. We'll get an offensive zone faceoff for the Orioles. Graham back out there, who's been winning his faceoffs tonight. Let's see if he can get one back to the D. Plays it to the wall. Griffin holds it in, sends it back down the half wall. Lewis battling for it. Comes out to the neutral zone. Pyhowski plays it in. Right back out. I think that was offside. The ref was right there. And with 2:23, we'll face it off neutral ice here. Puck's down into the Orioles zone. Hogan's going to take it behind the net and set up shop. Brings it up the wall to Lewis. Lewis feeds the D. Puck finds Elliott's stick. Takes it into his offensive zone. Dishes it to Lewis. Brown fighting for the puck here near the blue line. He's out. Here comes Pyhowski. Enters the zone. Tries to take it wide. Nice stick check. Now we have a 2-on-0 here progressing. We'll see. Oh, nice save by Corey. Orioles got a little crossed up there in coverage, and Westonka took advantage of it, but Corey was up to the task. No ice, so I'll give the Orioles a chance to change. That'll be the last shift here with the Hansen line out there. Rory, Benny, Everett on the ice. Griffin up the wall to Everett. Everett gets it off the wall and out. Into the neutral zone here. Benny pursuing the puck. Back in deep by Mound. Shot on net there by Corey, or shot on net on Corey. Steers to the corner nicely. Remy battling for it on the wall. Griffin, the Orioles having a little bit of a tough time here getting it out of the zone. Sending it up the wall without much luck. Back to the corner, we'll see. Okay, there we got the hop we needed. Corey picking up some speed going wide, puts it on net. Everett crashing the net. With about 5 seconds left here. It's a good chance, and that's probably going to bring us to a horn here.
That says Martin had a penalty for interference.
Okay, we're back with period 2. The Killer E line is out there to start the second. Eddie, Eli, and Eric. along with Nate and Jakey back on D. They're battling forward up the red line here. Trying to move it towards the Orioles zone, but seems to be pretty jammed up there. Let's see if it pops free here. Oh, they decide just to whistle that thing and start over. Probably not a bad idea. All right, Eddie wins the draw. They're pursuing it. Eric into the slot. Can't get much on that shot, but quickly cleared by the goalie. Out to neutral ice. Jakey with a nice move to avoid a defender. Eric whiffs on the shot there after he broke through. Some good pressure to start the second period by the Orioles, though. They can keep that going. Nate battling for it along the wall. Eddie sends it up to Nate. Nate crosses the line. He's got some teammates. Eli shovels it towards the net. And I think those guys are out of gas, and they'll probably go for a change. All right, Bram in to take the draw for the Orioles here. Lewis on the right wing, Elliott on the left. Out to Byhowski at the point. He sends it down deep. In behind the net. Lewis picks it up, sends it back to the near corner. With Graham pursuing there. 3 Mount Westonka in the corner, 2 Orioles. See who comes away with it here. Looks like Bram does a nice job coming away with it. Centers it. Lewis gets the handle on it just wide. Good chance there. Elliott centers it to Lewis again. Lewis can't quite find the handle on it. And comes up through the zone. Nice play by Caden to glove that puck. Get it down. Tried to send it in, and then a nice play by Mound to send it right back out. Good stick check by Graham there. Mound gains the line and sends it in deep. Griffin back to get it. Trying to find somebody for an outlet pass here. Lewis. Caden intercepts it, decides he's going to rush the puck. Sends it deep. Penalty, I think, coming up on... I'm not sure who that was on. We'll see whose door opens. Looks like it is on the Orioles. Okay, Bram. Let's see if I can get what the call was. Probably a roughing of some sort. Cross check. So, first penalty kill tonight for the Orioles. We got nice save by Cora there. It looked like you lost track of it, but found it. So, got Rory and Benny up front killing this thing with Remy and Nate on D. Face-off goes to the wall. Harmless shot in from the D that Rory gloves. Hands to the referee for another face-off. One to the wall. Remy plays behind the net. Bend it up the wall. And Mound keeps it in there. Their D are doing a nice job of sealing off that wall. He finds it. He tries to go high off the glass. Mound gets a glove on it and plays it back in. Nate's got some time. He tries to make a move, just loses the handle on it a hair. Another nice save there by Corey to slow things down. Coach Bump is going to send some new penalty killers out there. Looks like Eric and Everett up front. Jakey and Caden back on D. Eric takes the draw, wins it back to the corner, but Mound is the first to it. Orioles set up the box here, trying to keep him to the outside. Ooh, dangerous looking rebound there. Oh! Net might be off there. I think that rebound might have hit the crossbar. The Orioles dodge one there. 55 seconds left on the power play. And we'll have a face-off to Corey's left here. There's glove side. Again, back to the corner. Caden battling for it with a couple of Mounds Westonka players. Now to the far corner. Jakey and Everett pursuing. Buck's kind of pinballing, trying to get a handle. No one can quite get a grip on it. And up the half wall. Back down low. Where Mound takes control of it. Back to the near side half wall centering pass. Quickly cleared, but right to the defense. Caden doing a nice job battling for it in the corner there. Finds Eric in the middle. Eric's going to try to carry it up ice here. Uses speed. We'll see. He's going to gain the zone anyways. See if he can make the final turn. Not quite. Nicely played by the defenseman there. Eric's got it behind the net. He's going to try to center it. Deflected by Mound. Harmlessly away. And back into the neutral zone. Now Everett with it. He's going to take it wide and push it down low. Eric first to the puck. Ooh, kind of gets shoved from behind. No call there, though. And back to the neutral zone and into the Mound. The penalty has been killed, so back to 5-on-5 here. Oh, nice shot, nice tip, nice save there on that play. Corey finding the puck with his glove hand after a nice tip. And we'll face it off in the Orioles defensive zone here with Graham, Lewis, and Elliott coming out for the forwards. Graham battling in the near corner. Lewis chasing it up the half wall. Does a nice chip, gets it out to neutral zone. Another nice pick by Lewis there. But couldn't find a handle, so it comes the other way. Now Westonka gains the zone. That's an ice. Yes, icing on the Orioles, so we'll bring it back down their defensive zone, get a line change. Nate and Jakey out on the D. See if they can break this thing out to Eric, Eddie, and Eli. And get some pressure going on the offensive zone. Jakey slips in the corner, but pops right back up and finds the puck. Gets it out to Eric. He's trying to skate it out. Keeps the handle here. Nice escape move there. Tries to find Eddie in the middle and just misses him. Now puck behind. Eddie's got it. Centers it. Eli finds it. Shot on net. Good play there. And gloved by the Tonka goalie. Mounds Westonka goalie, and we'll face it off again here. Looks like the Orioles are setting up their play here, off the draw. Back behind the net. Eric finds it, trying to find somebody. Oh, he had Eddie in the slot, but nice interception by Mounds Westonka there, and they bring it back the other way. Ooh, centering pass. Nate did a nice job of tying up the guy there in front of the net to prevent a potential scoring chance. Eddie and Nate in the corner battling for it. See who comes away with it. It looks like Mound. They try to find their defenseman, but nobody home, so it goes the length of the ice. And I think the Orioles are going to change. A couple of them are. Oh, nice shot by Eli there. And that will probably be an ice unless it's on net. Oh, just on net, so it's waved off. And the Orioles will have to defend here. And Try to break it out and bring it 200 feet to their offensive zone. Buck's pinging around in the slot. Dangerous area there. Shot goes wide. Now comes up the wall. Rory with a nice hit there along in the corner. And it looks like maybe an interference call on Nate. So that evens up the penalties, a couple on each side now. And the Orioles will go on the penalty kill again. Orioles are 0 for 2 on the power play. They're 1 for 1 on penalty kill so far. And they'll have a chance to kill another one here. Lewis and Bram coming out to kill it, along with Caden and Griffin back on the D. All right, puck's down. Nice face-off win by Bram. Caden takes it around the corner, tries to make a move, just gets poke checked at the last minute. Mound plays it out to the D. Along the near wall here, they send it back down low to the far corner. Griffin battling. Lewis finds it and sends it the length of the ice. That may be on net. Oh, not quite. That'll be an ice. We'll send it back down. All right, Eddie and Everett out there to kill now up front. Remy and Jakey on D. Puck in the slot there. Mounds trying to find a handle. Oh, just wide. Good chance. I think the net is off again, maybe. These pegs don't seem to be holding real well. So we get a whistle and a face-off with 1:12 left on the penalty. 1:12 left to kill here. Couple of great saves by Corey there. Found in all alone, right in the slot, point blank. And Corey was up to the task on both of them. Now Remy does a nice job clearing the zone, just skating it out, taking it wide, puts it on net. Nice play, makes the goalie make a save. And Everett in there with a late poke on the goalie, stirring things up a little bit. And another fresh set of penalty killers here. We got Rory and Eli. Caden and Griffin out there on D again. It's deflected into the Orioles bench by Mound. I think that's going to go inside. It will for the face-off. And 45 seconds left in the power play, or penalty kill. Face-off to the wall. Nice work by Eli disrupting that pass. Them to come in a little bit disjointed to the zone. Shot just to the side of the net. Wachowski handles it, getting Caden and Rory working it along the wall there, trying to get it clear. Can't quite get the puck to settle down for him. Now Rory's got it. Tries to put it off the wall to Eli, and that is going to be an ice. The right idea, just a little too hard on the bank off the wall, and Eli could not quite get there in time. So we'll come back here for another defensive zone face-off. Nice play by Mound. A nice save by Corey. Used his speed and turned the corner. Got in on Corey, but Corey was square and didn't give him any room. Back into the Orioles zone here. Nate goes back to pick it. He rings it around. Lewis picks it up on the sidewall. Tries to center it. That pass gets blocked. Jakey with his head up trying to find one. Oh, last second poke check. Otherwise, Elliott would have had it. Nate got hit pretty hard behind the net there. He's a little slow getting up. Now he's back. Grabs the puck up to Lewis. Always making the smart play. Graham tries to clear. No luck. Back down low. Nate again. On to Lewis. Lewis gathers it and gets it out to the neutral zone. Looks like Mounds going to quickly regroup and send it back in, though, which they do. Jakey battling along the wall. Nate again tries to clear, gets to the neutral zone anyways. Eli finds the handle, sends it down deep. Orioles need a change here, so that'll help. All right, offensive zone face-off here for Eddie, Eric, Eli. Remy Griffin. Puck's down, out to Eric, back to the D. Remy puts it on net. Nice little play off the face-off there. Westonka's got it. Remy picks that off, but he's got to wait for his teammates to clear the zone, which he does. Get back down. Eric pursues the puck. Comes away with it. Goes behind the net. Loses his footing. D-to-D pass there by Griff to Remy. Remy's pass gets picked off, but Eddie comes through with a nice angle to almost steal it. Had it for a minute. Eddie gloves it. Down out to Eli. Eli trying to play it up the wall. Massive bodies there. Now to center, Eric. Nice play by Eli there to find the open guy in the middle. And Eric can't quite break through the defenseman there. And that'll be an offensive zone face-off. Rory Hansen line out here. Everett on the left, Benny on the right. Face-off win by Mound. They're going to send it around the wall. Jakey was there, just couldn't quite find the handle. I think they kept that in. Yep, ref waved it off. But now Mound finds it and comes back out with it. Puck's just kind of in the slot. There's about 5 or 6 people there, and people's feet couldn't find it. Now it comes out. Everett makes a nice check against the wall there. That one was from behind. The refs got that. So we'll see if that ends up being a rough or what they call a Mound here. Let's see if the Orioles can get some bonus. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Not sure if that's delay a game when a goalie comes out and freezes it there or not, but apparently not. Just going to get the one. So let's see what the call is here. Not sure if that was a slash or a cross check or what that signal was, but regardless, that puts. Oh, I guess not. I guess it was coincidental. Somehow we got one as well. Was that Everett in the box, it looks like. So it's going to be 5-on-5. So 5-on-5. 1:45 left in the second period here. 1-0 game here. Lewis does a nice job there getting in and playing the body. See if Elliott can take it. Mound on a 2-on-1 here. Let's see what they can do with it. Elect to take the shot, and Corey snags that easily with his glove hand. All right, face-off win by Brown there over to Nate. Nate plays it around to Lewis, but gets intercepted before it can get to Lewis. Nate reverses it, gets intercepted. Nice play by Brown there to block that shot with the skates. And out to neutral ice here. Quickly back. Nice play by Griff there to take the body along the wall. Cause a turnover. Eddie's out on the ice now. He moves it up to Elliott, and Elliott just slaps it in. Eddie with the puck again in the corner. Nate with a nice pinch to step up and almost keeps it in. We'll take the whistle and get a fresh line out there for the final 19 seconds here in the second period. Just 1-0 game. See if the Orioles can do anything here with these final 20 seconds. Mound comes away with it instead. We'll see what they do in the last 5 seconds here. Looks like it's just going to kind of end at neutral ice here. We'll go 1-0 into the third period here. All right, here we go. Third period action. Orioles are down 1 rip here. Eric finds his own. He's trying to cut in. Oh, he scored. Nice play by Eddie winning that draw over to Eric, and Eric kind of caught Mound Westonka flat-footed. He's able to bust in, and Portland passed the goalie to tie this thing up. All right, so a quick line change here, it appears. Got Rory out there on the draw. And into the Mound zone. Griff with his head up, tries to make the play to Benny, just not quite quick enough. Now Rory pursuing the puck. Hayden's got the handle, he's going to swing it around to Griffin. Griffin's going to send it up to Benny. Benny's going to try to pop it off the wall. Instead he pulls it, nice pull. Finds Bram in the center of the ice, but a quick turnover. And Hayden does a nice job of getting in the way there, taking the body. And quick save by Corey. Get a whistle there. All right, the penalties are up, so Orioles have the services of Everett again. He's out of the box after that coincidental. And Let's see here. The killer E-line is back out, it appears. Eddie wins it to the corner. Dangerous pass to the center of the ice, but Eddie quickly intercepts that. Plays it up to Eric. Eric makes a move around the fence. He's trying to use his speed, trying to protect the puck. Gets the puck in the zone, but quickly gets separated from it. Eddie and Eric pursuing the puck here. Eli trying to keep it in, can't quite. Goes cross ice, or Caden finds it. And into the Orioles zone. Eric gets poke checked. He was about one step away there. Eli is finding it down the sidewall there. Eddie fighting for it, but Mound comes away with it. Through neutral zone. Nate with a nice step there and a nice stick to disrupt that play. Griffin takes it behind his own net. Oh no, bad turnover with Corey up to the task. Real nice save by Corey there. And St. Louis Park will send out a fresh line of Bram, Lewis, and Elliott. Jakey and Nate out there on D. Nate against the wall, Jakey in the center. Nice clear by Corey. Lewis is going to take it. Thought about skating it out. Pass it to Bram. That got out and quickly back in, so that's going to be whistled for an offsides. So we'll have a center ice face-off here. 12:55 left in the third period here. 1-1 tie after Parks tied it up here right about 10 seconds into the third period. Corey's made some great saves to keep this thing close. Orioles have had a few point blank chances as well. Orioles clear the zone. Bram and Lewis try to find the handle. Elliott slaps it in deep. The sidewall. Jakey does a nice job of keeping it in. Kind of gets handcuffed with it in his skates, but Bram does a nice job of back checking to get back. Bram clears the zone here. We'll see what happens in neutral zone. Now he's going to send it quickly back in and establish the zone. I think Orioles were trying to get a change there and just didn't quite have time to get everybody off the ice. Nice job by Rory in pursuit here. And a harmless shot on net there. Rory handles and covers up for a face-off. Centering pass goes through without anybody touching it. Back to the corner. Everett and Remy pursuing it. Out to the point. Everett gets a piece of it. Tries to get it up to Rory, but they can't quite connect on that. But they do gain the zone. Now out of the zone. Back. Remy behind his net. Up to Griffin. Tape-to-tape pass there. Everett comes and digs for it against the wall. Does a nice job. Remy finds it. He's going to try to send it deep. Doesn't quite get there. We're just playing back and forth here in the neutral zone, each team. Orioles get some fresh bodies on the ice. Remy with a nice job pursuing that. Eric comes away with it. Moves it up to Benny. Not a tape-to-tape pass. But Benny pursues it into the corner. First one there. Eric and Benny pressuring the puck carrier here in the near corner. Doing a nice job. See if they can come away with it. They do. They cause the turnover for Eddie. Eddie gets tarred. Eddie does a really nice job of drawing a penalty there. Cutting to the center. And draws the trip, so the Orioles will go on the power play here. Nice play all around. Benny and Eric dug that puck out of the corner, caused a turnover right to Eddie, who was well positioned. And then from there, he made a hard move to the net, which caused Mound to have to draw a penalty on that. So in all, the all-important face-off on the power play, and the Orioles seem to have possession of it. Eric goes out to Griff at the point. Griff goes D to D. Nate takes a shot from there. Some rebounds. It's loose there. And unfortunately, it doesn't find the back of the net, but there's still some pressure going on here. Eddie with it. Eddie's always dangerous from the slot there, just wide. There it is. Nice goal there. That was an all-around effort by everybody on that. D did a nice job of keeping that puck in several times. And Eric and Eddie moving the puck back there and causing havoc. And Eli was in perfect position. Eli Bruce was in perfect position to bang that one home. Great job by the boys there to take a 2-1 lead here. Now Lewis in all alone, almost all alone. Oh, had that corner picked. Goalie just got it the last second. Big goalie there, takes up a lot of room in the net. Center ice, Lewis finds it again. LaPointe with it, and oh, they just can't quite get back on side. LaPointe had a head of steam there, and he's making some nice moves. Just a couple seconds too early across that blue line. And out come Rory Everett and Benny up front. Let's see if they can play their physical brand of hockey here on this shift. Now enters the zone, tries a nifty move. Jakey LaPointe does not fall for it. Jake finds the open man. Doesn't quite clear the zone though. Finds Everett. Everett sends it down deep. And I think he's going to draw a penalty on that as well. Everett kind of took a hit late there, and I think they're going to call roughing. And yes, so rough indeed. That'll be a fair call there. And the power play unit that just converted is right back out there. Center ice with it, dishes to Eric. Eric puts something on net, goes a little wide. Eddie's going to be the first man to it. Just loses the handle on it, and Mound comes away with it. See, well, that looked like it was offside, and it was. So the Orioles will get a new power play unit out there with Lewis, Benny, and Rory up front, and Nate and Jake on D. All right. Puck goes into the Orioles zone. Nate ties up his man. Benny comes in and grabs the puck. Great two-man forecheck breakout there, I guess you'd call that. Tic-tac-toe passing to Rory. He can't quite step around his guy. But in the Orioles zone, Benny pursues. Jakey tries to keep it in. Can't quite. Comes to the neutral zone. And down deep. With 35 seconds left in the power play. Orioles will try to get one last rush up the ice here. Good centering pass to Rory. Just misses it, but I don't think it's going to be enough for icing. Oh, they do call that. Okay. And we'll go down here with 27 seconds left. Nice save. Corey out to their D. They keep it in. It's just wide. From front, Corey covers it up. With 10 seconds left in the power play, and they're going to send fresh bodies out there for this face-off. Looks like they'll see if Eddie, Eric, Eli, Griff, and Remy can get this thing out of the zone here with 5 seconds left in the power play. Maybe establish some zone time here. Eddie tries to find the handle. It's pinging around. Oh, they just can't get it. Nice shot blocked by Griff. Remy comes away with it. Eric makes a move wide. And shoots high and wide. Eli does a nice job keeping it in. Tries to find Eddie. Eddie digs it out. Tom brings it up the wall. Oh, we can't quite keep it in. That is going to be an ice, though, it appears. So 6:02 left. 2-1. And an offensive zone faceoff. For Rory will be taking the draw. Jakey keeps it in at the point, down to the near corner to Benny. Nifty pass by Benny into the center slot area. Couldn't quite get handled by Rory or Everett, but would have been a great scoring chance if they did. Awkward shot along the side of the net there. Rory tries to cover, but pops loose. Nice play by Jakey to play it up for Rory. Rory's got some room with his speed. He's going to take it wide. Just can't quite get the shot on goal. And now it's turned back the other way quickly with Mound coming up the ice. And Corey makes the save there. With 5:11 left in the third. Graham in for the face-off here. Gets down low on that stick, wins it back nicely, but Mound is getting through and getting those loose pucks. We'll do it again. Nate with it in the neutral zone finds Elliott, who slaps it down in deep. Graham pursues in the near corner, behind the net to Elliott. Elliott centers it to Eli. Eli's puts it on net, another great chance there. Eli's doing a great job of hanging in that slot area and getting high quality chances. Has one already tonight. And the rest of his line will join him here. Eddie and Eric here. Puck's down. Runs it over to Eric, but he quickly coughs it up to Mound. And Mound brings it in and enters the zone. Eddie with it behind the net, battling up the wall. Eric's going to be in a foot race with it with Mound. He managed to get a stick on it to get it out of the zone at least. Tries to gain the zone, but bounces off some skates and back the other way. Griff does a nice job of reversing it to Nate. Nate up the wall to Eric. Eric coughs it up to number 5. Griff tries to get it up the wall to Eli. Ooh, boy, that was a dangerous play right through the slot. Nobody could quite get a stick on it. Griff finds it, patiently shovels it up the wall. Eddie sends it down the wall. Not sure if Eli will get this before icing, and he does not. Nice hustle by Eli there. Just couldn't quite get there in time. So, go back down, 3:38. And a defensive zone face-off. Rory on the draw with Remy to his right. Remy loose. Danger shot on net, saved by Corey. Corey's been really good square all night, smothering those pucks, no rebounds. Corey with the face-off again. Remy lined up to his right. Remy does a nice job getting out to that puck. Doesn't quite clear the zone though. Ping-ponging around out by the blue line. Jakey does a nice job of getting out of the way so it doesn't deflect it awkwardly onto the goaltender. Jakey off the glass with a nice hold by Mound. Mound tries to center it. Jakey's kind of everywhere on this shift. Blocks that one. He skates. Benny does a nice job of tipping that out, and that's going to be offside. Slow things down a little bit. So we'll switch lines here again. Get Bram there in the face-off dot. 2:48 left in the game. 2-1, Park is winning. Bram does a nice job battling for that draw. Kind of a 50-50 draw. Griff tries to clear it and kind of crawls up his stick and didn't get as much on it as he wanted. Now it's in the far corner, reverse behind the net. Mound playing catch with it behind the net. Really nice play, centers it. Great save by Corey. That was a bang-bang play. Now Elliott tries to clear the zone, and he does. And he's going to send that for ice, yes. Refs weren't quite sure. They were trying to figure out if they were going to call that or not, and they did. So, get fresh legs out there again, and Eddie will come in for the draw. .223 left here in the third. A little confusion on personnel. Tied up off the draw. Eli does a nice job coming out to get that puck. Can't quite clear the zone. Nate goes back for it in the corner. And shovel it up to Eric, but Mound is there to intercept it. Eddie does a nice job of just bouncing it off the wall without icing it. Now Eddie's got it in neutral zone. He's going to send that deep. And they'll go to work here trying to forecheck this thing. Eric and Eddie trying to connect. Oh, Eli just stands on. Had another great chance there. Eddie with it now, being very patient like he likes to be. He's in the neutral zone, or in the center ice, I mean, the slot. And, oh, nothing came of that. Oh, no. Unfortunate turnover there by, oh, unfortunate turnover there at the blue line. Puck kind of rolled on him right at the wrong time, and Mound was right there, right place, right time to take that. So we're tied up 2-2 here. Everett's in on the forecheck. Mound comes the other way with it. Rory with a nice back check there. I think they're going to call something on that. I'm not sure what, but let's see what the call is here. We'll go to center ice. Looks like Rory's maybe going to the box for a hook. So Rory for a hook. That'll put Park on the penalty kill here for the last minute 21 of this game. Everett and Griffin battling in the corner for it on this penalty kill here. Griffin comes away with it. Out to their point though. Blocked, now Everett's got it. Oh! Everett clears the zone while taking a big hit. Everett does a nice job of playing his man into the wall. Benny comes in to pick up the loose puck. Now there's a battle for it. Griffin in on it as well. Puck comes to Griff. Griff goes off the wall with it. D-man does a nice job of gloving that and keeping that in. Reverses it. Remy's got it. Remy tries to play it off the wall, but it stays in the zone. Comes to Griff, tries to play it off the wall, and he clears. Benny's pursuing. 20 seconds left here, so probably one last rush for Mound. They establish the zone here. Griff does a nice job with the body. And then right to the point. Eric does a nice job. And Eric. Oh. That's the game, folks. Glorious chance for Eric there as time expired and the shot went wide. So it's a 2-2 tie.